What's up, everybody? Yes, indeed, I'm back, man. Man, I'm telling you right now, this is a lifestyle to me. People, I don't talk about it, I be about it. That's the only way you're going to get results. And just like that picture that I posted earlier, or that short, I went from fat to fit to ripped. Actually, I just got a comment from somebody, Jay Iowa. Um, he said that I look better bulked up, but I tell you right now, no, Jay. Um, Man, I had gut for days and shit right there. Looked like fucking Bobby Hill and shit. But anyways, people, if you want to get dialed in that way, man, all it takes is a structured workout plan with your nutrition dialed in. These the nutritional stuff, I got down to a science, man. I could get you the results that you've been chasing after time and not being able to reach them. I figured it out. I've did a lot of years of ground and pound behind this. And I know the way the body works and how it reacts to carbs, fats, and proteins. I know how to build your program according to your lifestyle. And when you sign up with me, trust and believe, you don't have to make this drastic change in your diet. I will work with you on what your current diet, okay? I know how to improvise whatever you're eating, but improvising it to benefit you and getting your benefits. It's not really what you eat, it's how to eat it and in a timely manner when to eat it. That's what's important. That's how you get results. And another thing with working out as well, when I set you up your workout routines, I build you the perfect workout routine for you. It's going to be tailored to your lifestyle. It's going to come with sets, repetitions, and rest in between sets. Because trust and believe, it's very important that you get the correct amount of rest in between sets. Okay, so everything that I build for you is put together on my personalized training app. It keeps track of your reps, the amount of weight you're doing, and your rest period. It actually has a timer for you. That way you can get started on getting your other set in. Okay, so if you're interested in doing this, man, and if you're tired of putting in them countless hours at the gym and not getting no results, I could even build you workout plans at home. Body weight workouts if you want them as well. One of my team members, he lives in Sydney, Australia. All he does is body weight workouts, and he has amazing results, man. You take a look at my bio. You'll see him on my transformations. He has, and all he does is bodyweight workouts. And so, anyways, people, if you're ready to make that commitment and that change, and and you're finally tired of spinning your wheels, shoot me a DM, man. I'll get you going. I'm telling you right now, I'll get you the results that you're chasing after. All right. So, anyways, people, let's get to part 2 of that LA County beatdown, man. About Gordo. Okay, my boy Gordo, my boy Flox, they got him up. They did their thing. As you already know, like I told you in the other video, Flox got his ass delivered to him. And from the rest of his time there, serving at Biscaloo, he was clowned, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. He knew he had that coming, He was playing with fire, man. You know what I mean? He kept on poking at this bear, but they did their thing, you know what I mean? It was respect. And Holman, like I said, if that were me, I would have taken over that bottom rack. I told him, hey man, your ass got to bump it up one, homie. But he did it, and he wrote it out. But anyways, the homie finally goes home. Flox is gone, you know what I mean? We clown him till the end. I'm there, I'm still fighting my case, so I'm there for a little while longer. But Gordo, let's get back to Gordo. Fucking Gordo, man. His fucking head blew up, man. He was pumped up, He was able to do his thing. He came out of that shell that he was in, because he was naturally scared, you know what I mean? He was kind of like a nerdy little dude. Really never had anything to do with gang banging or anything like that. You know what I mean? He was in there for whatever he was in there. I think it might have been G rides or something, joy riding, some bullshit. Nothing major. You know what I mean? Me myself, I was fighting a case. I was looking at 10 years, but yeah, he his pride went up so high man, he felt untouchable. But he earned it. You know what I mean? He had to come out of that fear. We live amongst other men. Men with respect. Some don't have the respect, and when they're disrespectful, they're dealt with. And every man deserves that respect, no matter what you are, resident or whatever you represent. You deserve that respect, especially if you're giving respect in your fullest. You know what I mean? And you're conducting yourself the way you should be conducting yourself as a professional and respectful, especially with just all you need is basic table manners and shit like that, and mind your own business in there. But yeah. So anyways, my boy Gordo, his head blew up a little bit, man. He like I said, he started walking around with a lot of pride, and he was pumped up. He got himself a new bunkie. Obviously, Gordo took the bottom rack. Old boy jumped up there, and another individual. You know what I mean? He wasn't part of no neighborhood or anything. I guess you could say he was a resident, but he was a little bit more seasoned than Gordo. So he tried to okey doke him, but Gordo was laced up already a little bit. You know what I mean? He was put up on game. You know what I mean? What was to be expected of him as well. Especially since he rode underneath our umbrella. So. And he felt that sense of security as well too, you know what I mean, because he was able to express himself in that restroom with old boy with Flocks, and he got the best of Flocks. But so anyways, his new bunkie, a little bit more seasoned than him, wasn't part of Novario or anything like that, but tries not punk him, but okey doke him. You know what I mean? Tries to bamboozle him all the time. I see this stuff. You know what I mean? I'm doing my thing, and I got other things to be to keep my mind occupied. Because I play a little bit more of a bigger role in this situation here of doing time behind bars. Because I belong to a neighborhood, so I got to represent and conduct myself to the highest possible manner expected from coming from my neighborhood. You know what I mean? So, but anyways, yeah. So time goes on. You know what I mean? His bunkie, they horseplay, and a horse playing is a no in there. It's not. I mean, homies are gonna horseplay. You know what I mean? But I don't horseplay. People, because you're gonna horseplay with people that have feelings, man. They're real sensitive, and you're gonna end up pushing their button, and they're gonna end up coming at you sideways. And that homie that you were, feeding it with, you're gonna end up having to put hands on them, or you're gonna have to do your thing with them. So I've always kept it mutual with anybody, whether it be a nerdy dude, a resident, or just some hillbilly looking homie, what I mean? You know what I'm talking about, the biker homies. But anyways, I kept it mutual, the respect, you know what I mean? I let them know from the gate, I'm cool, G. I don't horseplay, you know what I mean? I got more things on my mind. I can't deal with that right now. But anyways, long story short, because I don't want to be going rambling on about this, because it's just a part 2 of this. Well, anyways, Gordo, man, he's pumped up now. He's walking around, walking tall now. You know what I mean? Bunky's trying to get over on him. He ain't having that. You know what I mean? So long story short on that, Bunky tries to come at him sideways. You know what I mean? Because figures out this youngster, shit, I'm gonna get over on him. They're technically both residents. Oh boy, called him out, took him to the restroom, put hands on his bunkie, beat him down. You know what I mean? Hey, turned out Gordo had hands on him. You know what I mean? He wasn't scared anymore now, so he's putting hands on him, boy. And actually his I think his bunkie was there, if I can remember. He was there just on a violation. You know what I mean? So he was there short term. You know what I mean? He got his. He got into it. They got down. Gordo got the best of him. You know what I mean? He didn't really put hands on him like the way he did with the homie Flocks. Flocks underestimated Gordo. The new bunkie, he gave him a run for his money. But The new Bunky was more like a dope fiend. You know what I mean? He was there in a violation, and he was maybe if he was there a little bit longer, he would have probably got the best of Gordo, but he didn't. But anyways, Bunky leaves. Gordo's walking around even high and mighty, man. But now you know that I notice a change in Gordo now. He's gotten real comfortable. He's actually starting to be kind of like a little like bully wise with people. And that's frowned upon. We don't allow bullying with nobody, man. So anyways, I'm gonna bring this long story short. Gordo, he started getting out of line. He wasn't staying in his own lane anymore, man. He thought he could actually bully people. So happens he tried to push up on an individual. When you seen this individual, he came from a well-respected neighborhood as well. But I mean, he didn't have like one tattoo or anything on him. He looked like a casual cat, man. But old boy turned out to be a Golden Glove boxer. And old boy was pretty humble too, man. This individual, I'm not going to say his name or anything, as he's still in the system, and he still doesn't have no tattoos on him, but he is a person of authority. But anyways, old boy, man, called him out, man, and that was the worst move Gordo ever made right there. Eventually, I'm going to tell you one thing. Eventually, we were going to end up disciplining Gordo because he was trying to bully and trying to be something that he shouldn't be. You know what I mean? So I had to speak to him a couple of times. You know what I mean? And I try to pump his brakes for him before he does get smashed on. Because, like I said, bullying was zero tolerance. But anyways, back to the homie. He calls out the homie, man, and the homie, told him, hey, man, are you sure you really want to do this? And, homie, pumped up, thinking he's badass now, man. Insisted. It's okay, hey, are you sure, homie? You know what I mean? We really don't have to go about doing it this way. We could figure something out here. And Gordo refused to shake it off. He wanted to have it. So anyway, long story short, boom, they head to that restroom. Ooh wee, my boy. Mad respects. You know who you are. You're still doing a stretch from the last I heard and the last I've seen, and information that I've gathered. Not looking for it. It's just fell into my hands and into my ears. Much love and respect to you, carnal. He, oh my God, he beat the dog shit out of Gordo. I mean, oh my goodness. And you got to keep in mind, homie was during this time he was just a homie. He's still part of a barrio, but he plays a very important role to something bigger. Let's just say that. But he beat the dog shit out of Gordo, man. He humbled that youngster. Keep in mind, old boy was probably maybe about the same age or just a little bit older than Gordo. Probably about the same age, but he had hands. He was a Golden Glove boxer, the most humble person in there. Minded his own business, always was on his P's and Q's, but was called out. And the final touch was that called him out his name. That's a no-no. I tip my hat to obviously the way it went down to both individuals, and as to the fullest to the homie that's still behind them doing his stretch behind the walls. Much love and respect to you, the utmost respect to you. But anyways, Gordo, if you're still out there and still running amok, and if you happen to come across this YouTube channel, remember back in Biscaloo, I think it might have been the year 90, somewhere around there, you got your ass handed to you, man. Always remember, you might be bad, but there is always someone better. Always remember that. Just because someone looks a certain way doesn't mean that person doesn't pose a threat to you. Those are the worst ones. I've learned that doing time, throughout the time, behind them walls and behind the fences, the electric fences and all that. Yeah, I've seen it, man. It's unbelievable. But the next story I'm going to be bringing to you guys, man, is it took place in Medium South, and it happened to be with a guy that had sugar in his tank, but ran with the homies. And yeah, I know you guys are going to question, hey, I thought that wasn't allowed, this day of age, this present day, it's not. Back then, homies were able to mingle, wiggle, as long as they weren't, participating in doing that, any type of, that funny stuff. I'm not going to touch on that because, like I said, there's a lot of sensitive people out here, and I got to be very wise with the words that I choose to use. But anyways, people, like I said, I keep it respectful to all races. I don't give a fuck what color you are. Black, brown, green, yellow, orange. We all people. We all go through struggles. We all have stories to tell. But anyways, people, I'm going to bring this story to an end. Don't forget, go and get your free meal plan on my link tree. Get started. And if you're still struggling and spinning your wheels and not knowing where to get started, take a look at my short that I posted or go on my story. You can see plain as day, there's proof in the pudding. I went from fat to fit to ripped. I know how to get you them results that you've been chasing after, people, time after time. Do not struggle. Do not get frustrated. Get the blueprint, a blueprint to success, whether it be with me or the next man. It's your choice. You know what I mean? As long as you invest in yourself, you will show up. And for my team members, make sure you weigh in tomorrow on an empty stomach, no excuses, and post your progress pictures, especially if you didn't post them last week. Very important. Okay? Now, with that being said, people, get up and get yours. But before I forget, share this video, like, subscribe, and put your notification bell on all. Now, with that being said, get up and get yours. Let's do this.